how joyfully they lived together in this beautiful forest. Great sages and rishis who previously were terrified of the terrible rakshasas that roamed here were now living very peacefully in the divine association of the Supreme Personality of God. During the 14 years of exile in the forest of Lakshman, Sita, and Ram, it was their continuous pastime to associate with great Vaishnavas. By associating with them, hearing from them, and serving them with great humility. One day, Lord Sri Ram, after rising from his little abode, came to take his bath in the current of the ambrosial waters of Shri Godavari. After which he sat with Sita, Lakshman, amongst great rishis. Together they were discussing the transcendental topics of the spiritual world and the philosophy of pure devotional service. At that time, roaming through this forest of Dandakaranya, came the terrible sister of Ravan, whose name is Surparnaka. She was such a ghastly, beastly creature, so powerful, almost equal to her own brother's strength. She roamed through the forest, literally slaughtering rishis, sages, animals, anything that had warm blood. She would kill it after torturing it, eat it and suck its blood. As she was roaming, she happened to see the divine beauty of Sri Ramchandra. Instantly, her heart was struck with the arrow of love. But because her heart was so impure, it awakened an all-pervading, uncontrollable, irresistible lust. Insatiable. She could not take her ugly, tormented eyes off the beautiful form of Ram. Valmiki Muni explains what is the difference between Surparnaka and Lord Ram. His eyes were beautiful, shaped like the lotus petal, with a tinge of lovely red, white, practically touching his ears. The eyes of Surparnaka were like dull, deep, ugly wells of poison. The face of Ram was like the full moon in countenance. It was soft as a lotus, so sweet to look at and attractive. Whereas the face of Surparnaka was so abusive and disgusting that no one could possibly even look at it without being completely sick to their stomach in fear. The waist of Ram was very thin and very, very beautifully curved, whereas the waist of Surparnaka was terribly fat, like a gigantic war drum. The hair of Ram was like clusters of beautiful, beautiful, fresh, sparkling black silk, curling so nicely, enhancing the beauty of his face. Surpanaka was like ugly copper red weeds growing out of her terribly disgusting head. To see Ram was the pleasure of the heart which just awakened natural, intimate, ecstatic love. To see Surpanaka was like looking at death. No one could look at her without running and screaming, sick to their stomach. The speech of Ram was so sweet. His voice was like the most fine-tuned musical instrument. Whereas the voice of Surpanaka was raspy, loud, frightening. The youth of Ram, he looked like a beautiful, beautiful fresh child, holding his bow and arrows in the robes of a hermit. Surpanaka looked so old and ugly, as if she was existing from the beginning of time. The speech of Ram was so pleasing to hear. He would always speak very pleasant words according to the right time and circumstance. However angry or disturbed one may be, Ram would speak such nice, gentle, polite words that it would charm everyone's heart. Surpanaka, when she spoke, all she could do was blaspheme, threaten, criticize, and put people in misery. Ram was completely pure, and Surpanaka was sin personified. She was infatuated with lust. She had the power to change her form in any way she wanted. She could have made herself beautiful like a goddess of fortune. She could have changed her form to any type of animal or bird or insect. But when she approached Ram, in her lust, she forgot to change her original terrible form. So this mountainous, terrible, terrible Rakshasi approached Sri Ram. And she spoke. She said, "Oh, you are so beautiful. You are attracting my heart. You are so young and your form is so charming. How is it that you are dressed in the robes of a hermit in the forest? Although by your countenance you look like you must be a great royal king. What is your name? Where are you coming from? And who are these two people with you? Please tell me, because my heart is very much longing for you." Lord Ramchandra was always very gentle and kind to all living beings. He spoke very nicely. "Oh, most charming lady, since you are asking, I am the son of Dasarat, and my name is Ram. I was living in Ayodhya. I was meant to be coronated as king. However, my father's wife, Kaikeyi, who was my stepmother, she caused my father to banish me into the forest. Therefore, I am living here in the robe of a hermit. This is my younger brother, Lakshman, who is always by my side as my dearest friend and associate. And this is Sita. She is my beloved wife, who I will give my life to make happy. Now, my dear lady, can you tell me, who are you, and why are you wandering through these forests of Dandakaranya?" she replied in her harsh and terrible voice, although she tried her best to speak very sweetly, "My name is Surpanaka. I travel these forests fearlessly. Everyone is terrified of me. The mere sound of my name brings terror to the heart of all. Even the gods in the heavens, they hide from me when I roar. I roam through these forests, and anything or anyone I desire, I kill and I eat with my teeth, and I drink their blood. I am the sister of Ravana, the great powerful king of the entire Rakshasa dynasty. Our father is Vrishabhas, and I have several brothers as well. If you want to know my family, there is Kumbhakarna. He is so big and great like a mountain. Anything he wants, he eats. He sleeps 364 days a year because of his terrible, terrible danger to all living beings. All fear my brother Kumbhakarna. I also have another brother. His name is Vibhishan, but he's a very fallen soul. He has un-Rakshasa-like qualities. Therefore, we do not care much for him. He is black sheep of our family. Also, there is Kala and Dushan, very, very powerful warriors who are just close by here with 14,000 Rakshasas in their army. As I travel through the forests of Dandakaranya, I have come upon you, and I desire to know you. Please accept me as your wife. What is the use of this Sita? Look at her. She's skinny. She's weak. She's like a poor, ugly worm. Sita, she's so frail. Look at her limbs, so small and delicate. But look at me. I am like the Mount Meru, towering to the skies. And look at her waist. Ugh, so thin and lean, emaciated. Look at my waist. It is big. It is strong. It is like the drum of victory during the wars. As she hears me speaking and looks at my form, the Sita is shaking like leaves in a tree during a windstorm. But look at me. The whole world shakes at the sound of my name. Even the gods shake when I roar and look upon them. In fact, I could eat this Sita within a second with only a few of my most insignificant sharpened teeth. Now please give up this wretched, disgusting, ugly woman and accept me as your wife. Lord Ram very gently spoke to Surpanaka that actually I have taken a vow of only one wife, and I'm traveling in the forest with her. But my brother Lakshman, he's without any woman companion traveling all these years in this forest. He's longing for a beautiful, charming woman with all good qualities like you. He's heroic. He's strong. He's the very, very pride of our dynasty. Go to him. Certainly he will accept you. Surpanaka looked at Lakshman, and immediately her heart started over-brimming with lust for him. She approached Lakshman. Oh, most beautiful hero, you will never find such a deserving wife as me. Lakshman spoke. You are so great. You are so wonderful. You deserve the best. You do not deserve second best. I am the slave of Ram. Do you want to be married to a slave? And if you marry me, you will have to be the slave of Sita. Lord Ram is a great king. He can accept as many wives as he wants. Go to him. There is no one more deserving. Surpanaka again came to Lord Sri Ram. In this way, Ram and Lakshman were sending her back and forth with so many joking, sarcastic words. At that time, she became very, very much disgusted. She said to Ram, this Sita, she is like a useless, deformed play doll that children play with. And yet, she is standing in the way of my happiness of enjoying love affairs with you. We can roam through these Dandakaranya forests together, in each other's company, in such sweet romance. But yet this insignificant woman, Sita, is standing between you and me. You watch how at this very moment I will crush every bone in her body. At that time, Surpanaka charged at Sita just like a terrible fiery comet coming to the earth. Ram saw this. Lakshman, it is no time to play jokes with a vicious person who is dangerous to the lives of others. Punish her immediately. Lakshman drew his sword quickly and expertly severed her nose and her ears from her head. Lakshman gave tears. Blood flowed, poured out of her nose. So what was a nose? Terrible blood was dripping from her deformed place where the ears once were. She screamed, she howled, and she ran into the forest. Nearby was the forest of Janastan. At that place, the brother of Surpanaka, Kara, was sitting amongst his thousands and thousands and thousands of terribly highly trained, vicious Rakshasa soldiers. She came running to him. She fell at his feet. She started rolling in the ground in terrible, terrible agony, screaming and crying. Tears were pouring from her ugly eyes. Kara could not believe what he was seeing. Who has done this to my sister? That person has fastened the noose of death around his neck. Tell me who it is. We will immediately destroy them. Who could possibly offend the sister of Kara, the younger sister of Ravana? They have declared war against the Rakshasa dynasty. Tell me, who is this? Subhanaka explained, in the forest I have met near the Panchabati Ram with his brother Lakshman and his wife Sita. How beautiful he is to see! Lotus-like eyes, a complexion like the beautiful effulgent dweeber grass. His every limb is so delicately formed, his arms stretched below his knees. He's like a lion amongst men, but with the youth of a child. How I long to have him. But on his order, his brother Lakshman, cut off my nose and cut off my ears. You are my brother. Are you going to allow this insult to our dynasty? Go there, kill him, destroy him. Kara immediately sent 14 of his most powerful generals of the Rakshasa army. They got on their chariots. They charged toward this place. At that time, Lord Ram came out of his house, where he was sitting with Lakshman and Sita. He told Lakshman, you please take care of Sita. The Rakshasas cried out that the great general of our army, Kara, has ordered us to declare war upon you. Now it is the time for you to enter into the halls of death. They started showering Ram with thousands and thousands and thousands of arrows. Ram took his bow, and with the shaft-like arrows, within a matter of seconds, he shot 14 arrows. Each one struck right into the heart of the generals of the Rakshasas, and they fell to the ground dead. Subhanaka went with them. When she saw this, she ran back to Kara. What a coward you are! Why don't you go and fight them? Kara was outraged by being insulted by his sister, who was very, very expert at insulting people. He brought all of his 14,000 terrible Rakshasa soldiers with him, as well as his brother Dushan and Trishira. The 14,000 soldiers attacked. They surrounded the hermitage of Ram. Ram told Lakshman, I know as a fact that you could easily kill them all yourself, but it is my duty to do so. So you must protect Sita. Take Sita into that special cave we bring her for protection, and keep her there while I fight these Rakshasas. At that time, Lakshman brought Sita into the cave that you all entered yesterday. While she was in that very nice protected place, Ramchandra declared war against the Rakshasas. It was a very, very wonderful fight. They were shooting millions of arrows at Ram, but with one arrow he would just dismiss all of them. He started shooting his arrows so fast that one could not see the difference between when he was pulling his bow back and when he was releasing it. Within seconds, thousands and thousands and thousands of arrows were shooting. This beautiful field that we are sitting, it was strewn with hands and legs, arms, trunks, severed heads, dead horses of the chariots, dead chariot drivers. There was literally a river of blood competing with the Godavari. as all these great heroes of the Rakshasa dynasty were being exterminated by Ram, Dushana attacked him. He came before Ram. When he came, he started with all of his strength, shooting at Ram, throwing daggers and clubs, everything he had, all of his powers. Ram killed his horses, chopped off the head of his chariot driver, destroyed his bow and arrow. But still, Dushana, due to his false ego, still thought he could conquer Ram. He came charging at Ram, and Ram cut off both of his arms in such a way that Dushana fell to the ground dead. It is described that when Kara was leading the forces toward Lord Ram, there were all inauspicious signs. He saw black clouds in the sky raining blood. There was a very dark blackish halo around the sun. His left eye was continuously twitching. And a terrible meat-eating vulture, which is the symbol of death, landed right on the top of his chariot as he was driving to conquer Ram. The soldiers were thinking, this is very inauspicious. But Kara said, do not be sentimental about these superstitions. I am so powerful, nothing can stop me from victory. Kara sent Trishira. He had 3 heads. It is said he was as big as a mountain, and his heads were like 3 peaks on that mountain. He attacked Ram. It was a wonderful fight. In the end, Ram took a crescent-shaped arrow and chopped off all of his 3 heads and fell to the ground dead. Soon all the 14,000 soldiers had been defeated by Ram. And all that was left was Kara. There was a great fight between them. Kara began to insult Ram in so many ways. You think you're very great because you killed all these insignificant soldiers? But now you have to fight me. Today you will be sent to the chambers of death by my arrows. You are such a coward. You have ordered such a terrible deed to my own sister. The reaction is you must die on this very day. There was a wonderful fight. Ram shot and killed his horses, broke his chariot to pieces, killed his charioteer, broke his bow and arrow. Kara came before Ram with a terrible mace. He threw it at Ram. Ram with an arrow made that mace into powder. Then Kara came with his iron-like fist to beat Ram. Ram took an arrow, wonderful arrow, an arrow of the gods. It pierced Kara's heart. He fell to the ground dead. There was one survivor of the Rakshasa army. His name was Akampana. He ran to Lanka and told Ravana exactly what had taken place. Kara, Dushan, Trishira, and 14,000 terrible Rakshasas were killed by one mortal man within the matter of 1 hour. Ravana asked, who is this? Where is he from? He described. He said, this Ram, he cannot be defeated. Impossible. But there's one way he can be defeated. He's very much attached to his beautiful wife, Sita. If he is separated from her, he will lose all of his strength, all of his desire to live. Then you can easily conquer him, and you can take Sita for yourself. Ravana is very much determined to fulfill this instruction. Meanwhile, after Sri Ram defeated the 14,000 Rakshasas, Lakshman brought Sita out of that cave. Sita saw the whole wonderful pastime of Ram's supernatural powers. And she came to Ram and she embraced him with the most gracious spiritual love. Meanwhile, Ravana went to Maricha, great demon. But he was living at that time in a hermitage as a yogi. He had matted hair and was wearing only the bark of the trees and deerskin. Ravana told Maricha his plan, that I must kill this Ram. He's living in the Dandakaranya forest with Lakshman and Sita. The only way he could be killed is if we kidnap Sita. I want you to take the form of a beautiful golden deer, for Sita will tell Ram to catch you. When Maricha heard the name Ram, his eyes became full of fear. They grew twice their size. His limbs began to tremble. He became choked up. He was on the verge of death. He said, Ravana, you are our king. You are my dear friend. Out of love, affection, and great respect for you, I warn you, do not go anywhere near Rama. If you go near to touch his Sita, you will be slain. The entire Rakshasa dynasty will be destroyed. You're living peacefully in Sri Lanka in your nice golden palaces with all your wonderful, beautiful ladies. Just go on enjoying. Forget this Ram. Believe me, forget him. I know who he is. Ravana said, yes, that is correct. He went back to Sri Lanka. Soon after his arrival, Sakarnika arrived. She was screaming in pain. Tears were pouring from her ugly eyes, and blood was at that time all dried up all over her face. When Ram looked at her, what is this? Who has done this? Where is this rascal? He must be killed! What a disgrace to the Rakshasa dynasty! Who dares to do such an offense to the sister of Ravana? Sakarnika explained that in the forest is Ram. She described the beauty of Ram. She could not stop talking about his beauty. So beautifully formed, such a sweet voice, his very glance puts love in our hearts. The very embodiment of all qualities that I long to enjoy. But let me tell you about his wife, Sita. So fair. Even the goddess of fortune cannot compare to her beauty. She is the very essence of the perfection, of the divine beauty in all of creation. Her eyes are so soft and gentle like a lotus. Her every limb is so charming to the heart. She described inch by inch every part of Sita's beautiful body. As she was describing it, Ravana was becoming tortured by lust for her. Sakarnika said, I went there for the exclusive purpose of bringing Sita back for you to enjoy as your wife. See what a selfless, loving sister I am. I'm always thinking about your enjoyment. But as I tried to bring her, Ram ordered Lakshman, and he cut off my nose and cut off my ears. Ah, look at me now! You coward, Ravana! You are a coward! Why are you sitting here? Kara and Dushan and Trishira, they've all been killed by Ram. 14,000 soldiers were killed within 1 hour. And you are just sitting here in your beautiful palace like a coward on your comfortable throne, surrounded by all these beautiful women. Why don't you get off your backside, go to that forest, and do something to prove that you are actually a hero? Kill Ram, kill Lakshman, and take Sita as your wife. But the only way you can kill Ram is you must first get Sita away from him, because Ram is too much attached to Sita's beauty. He will not survive in separation from her. When Ravana heard this, he took a vow to Subhanaka. I will avenge the great offense that has come upon you. He went back to Maricha. Maricha greeted him. He gave him a nice sitting place, gave him some nice herbs and roots, worshipped him because he was the king of Rakshasas. He asked Ravana, why you have come back so soon? This is a very special visit. You just saw me a few minutes before. Ravana said, I order you to take the form of a golden deer to attract Sita away from Ram, and I will kill him and take Sita as my wife. Maricha said, you are playing with fire and you will be burned to ashes. Stay away from Rama. Enjoy Sri Lanka. Do not bring death upon your life. I know Ram. Let me tell you my experience with him. I'm living in the forest. I was harassing the sages. I would torture them. I would kill them. I would eat them. It was a great sport. And when they wanted to do their fire yagas, I would pass stool and urine and throw pus and blood and vomit all over it. But Vishwamitra Muni, he brought this Ram to the forest. When the sages began their yajna, we came to destroy everything. But then Ram, to my associate, he shot an arrow and immediately killed him. Then he shot a terrible arrow into my chest. It threw me 100 yojanas. That means 800 miles away. I'm as big as a mountain, undefeatable. 800 miles into the ocean. I was unconscious for days under the water. When I finally came to consciousness somehow or other in terrible fear, I came to Sri Lanka and took shelter of you. But I decided I must get revenge. On another occasion, myself and two very, very great Rakshasa heroes, we took the forms of stags, male deers, but we were big like mountains, and we had sharp horns and big, big, big sharp teeth. And whenever we would see any Brahmin, any Rishi or sage, we would attack them roaring and roaring. We would stab them with our horns. We would eat them and eat them with our fangs. way, nobody would come anywhere near us. I saw Ram coming out of his little hermitage at Panchabati. And I ran toward him with my two Rakshasa associates. There Ram, effortlessly, with not the slightest fear in his eyes, he shot 2 arrows in my Rakshasa friends and they immediately died. Then he looked at me and he pointed his arrow at me and I knew death has come. I am Maricha. I have never run from battle ever before in my life, but I understood it is either run or die. I ran. Ever since that day, the terror of the form of Ram is ever filling my heart. Anywhere I look, I see Ram. At that tree, there's Ram. There's a tree. At that tree, there's Ram. The dust in the ground. What's coming out of it? Ram. In the sky, it's Ram. Everywhere, it's Ram. And if anyone speaks to me, and any word like Ratna, if it begins with Ra, immediately my whole body trembles and shivers with fear of Ram. I'm afraid they're going to say his name. But when they say Ra and Na, they're Ram is the supreme, absolute truth. He's the personality of Godhead. He's the controller of all the devatas. This I know by my realization. He cannot be killed. Ravana, do not be a fool. Who has given you this most terrible advice? Who is this worst enemy that is telling you to hang yourself with a rope of death? Give up such nonsense association. And take my word, if you go anywhere near Sita, I vow before you what will happen. You will be killed. The whole Lanka will be destroyed, and the entire Rakshasa dynasty will be completely demolished. Have you no love for your wives? Have you no love for your servants, your ministers, and your armies, and ministers who have given their lives for you? They will all be exterminated. Leave Ram and Sita alone. Go back and enjoy. He will not harm you. Why do you blame him? He didn't attack your people. Saparnaka went to crush the bones and eat Sita. What do you expect? Kara, Dushana, Trishira, 14,000 soldiers, they attacked him. He was just innocently living in his hut, and they were shooting arms and shooting bows, arrows, and all sorts of terrible Brahmastra weapons. He was just defending himself. What do you have against him? He will not harm you. You have a beautiful golden city, a wonderful throne, loving subjects. Enjoy! Stay away from Ram. Ravana became very angry. How dare you give an order to your king? You are the servant, I am the master. What I say, you simply obey. You have no right to speak your mind. You do what I say. You take the form of a deer. Beautiful, beautiful golden deer. You attract Sita's heart so that she sends Ram to catch you. And you come with me now. And if you don't, at this very moment, I will kill you and eat you. Maricha, he said, I would rather die at the hands of Ram, my enemy, than at the hands of my beloved king. I will go, but I can tell you now, I will be dead at the hands of Ram, and you will be dead, and your whole dynasty will be dead, and Lanka will be defeated. But let us go. Just before this wonderful, wonderful incident, Sita was inquiring from Ram about how Angira Muni has given you the mighty bow of Vishnu to destroy the Rakshasas. I think there will be much battle ahead. Lord Ram came to this very place where we are sitting. It is called Agni Tirtha. He told Sita that the ways of these Rakshasas are very dangerous. I can see into the future of what will take place. You are the Hladini Shakti, the beloved pleasure potency of my very self. You cannot be touched by the material energy. Therefore, Sita, I am going to entrust you under the care of Agni Dev in this very place. You stay safely under her care, where Parvati will also assist you to take care of you. And create an illusory Sita that will be my consort when the terrible Rakshasas led by Ravana come. It was here at Agni Tirtha that Sita entered into the fire of Agni Dev in the presence of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. They were the three witnesses. At the time, Lakshman was in the forest gathering fruits and herbs to bring nice bhoga to Sita and Ram. This illusory or Maya Sita was then created by Sita's own energy. What is the difference between Sita and Maya Sita? Sita is the pure spiritual pleasure potency of the Lord, which can never be touched or even approached by anyone except those who have completely pure hearts of love and devotion. That the Maya Sita is that Sita who expands herself to punish the forms of illusion within this material world, to make the materialistic people think that they could enjoy her. Srila Prabhupada explains, if you approach Lakshmi to enjoy her, she appears as Durga to stab you with her trident, representing the threefold miseries of material existence. Whereas if you approach Lakshmi in a spirit of being the servant of her servants, in the service of Lord Narayan, then she will bless you with all good fortune. Ravana took Maricha on his chariot, which was drawn by gigantic, terrible, screeching asses with ugly faces. So Ravana thought they were beautiful. According to our particular consciousness, we have a particular conception of what is beautiful. Surpanaka thought she was beautiful. And other Rakshasas thought, oh, Surpanaka, such a nice, beautiful lady. Hare Krishna.